Welcome back to Houston Life. It is an upscale steakhouse perfect for any occasion. Mastro's Steakhouse, located near the Galleria in the vibrant Uptown district right next to the Post Oak Hotel.
Our Landry Chef series continues with Executive Chef of Mastro's, Michael Colbert, and General Manager Samuel Owens. Welcome to you both. This is the best day of my life. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for coming in, seriously.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so you guys, I mean, this is like one of the most impressive seafood towers I've ever seen. I just told Derek, I want this for my birthday every year if you can make that happen. I mean, what, is this like part of the Mastro's experience, just going above and beyond for every level of everything?
Absolutely. What we're always trying to do is go above and beyond. What we can do is to try to highlight the restaurant, really try to accentuate what you're going to get. And when you walk in, we're trying to entertain our guests. And so this is part of our entertainment, is having that billowing seafood tower that's really going to kind of be impressive and also bring our guests back into the restaurant.
There really is nothing like it. It looks as delicious as it tastes. I was telling you guys before the show today, I went to Mastro's for the first time years ago with my friend Jan Hargrave. Hi, Jan, I love you, I miss you. And we went in, and the seafood towers were beautiful, the ice cold martinis. I know why it's so special, but for first timers, Michael, why do you think your restaurant is so special?
I think it's special not just because of our seafood towers, it's also the staff, the people that we have, and the fact that we actually do care. It's a huge part of our culture. Everything from the butter cakes we have, our towers, and some of the rarest steaks in the world that we offer to everybody.
We're gonna get to those rare steaks because you guys are super official when it comes to this. But has anyone ever ordered this just for themselves? Like just one person come in?
Not quite this large. No, they have not.
So you would like yeah, okay. So you shouldn't do that.
You can tell Tessa's
a
huge fan of the seafood tower.
Go with a friend.
When it comes to the beef, Tessa just mentioned, there is a certification process. So this is Kobe beef. I didn't realize, I knew it was rare. I didn't realize quite how rare it is. There are very few restaurants in Houston where you can find it, and very few restaurants, in fact, throughout the United States where you can find it. So talk to us what makes it so special and what is that certification process all about?
So what makes it so special is in Kobe in Japan, the cattle has to be not only bred, raised, birthed, and slaughtered and produced in Kobe itself. It's the whole standards they uphold for what they eat, and it just shows into the marbling that you have on the steak itself. I mean, it's just one of the rarest and finest steaks in the world. But
when you say official, like you have to get a designation from like the Kobe Beef Federation. Tell us how that works, because I found it so interesting.
Yes, we have a plaque right here. This is our plaque that shows that we have the license to sell Kobe beef, which is right over here.
Okay.
But then also with it, each one of the cows, they have a nose print that they'll put a nose print on there showing its serial number of that cow. And you can actually go back and look at the cow, what was actually, where did it come from, how was it slaughtered, everything about the details.
The menu items, as we established, I mean, Mastro's is great for special occasions, birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, all that. I have been there several times and I've seen some of the same regulars there. I know you all have some of your regular customers who come in. I want to show our viewers something that's really interesting though. A lot of restaurants have wine lists, but at Mastro's, your wine list is 181 pages. And because of the Post Oak Hotel next door, describe to us, you have a couple Master Somms, very rare, only about 250 in the entire United States. But if someone is a wine lover, Mastro's really is the place to enjoy a nice glass or bottle.
Absolutely. From our dedicated wine sommeliers, also we have a Wine Spectre Grand Award. There's less than 100 restaurants in the world that have this. I think there's 97 now.
What does that mean? What is the Grand Spectre Award?
So they make a rating basically by how large your wine list is, what your vertical size is, also who you have on staff. There's a bunch of different things, and the regulations also come when they come into the restaurant. They will ask you to pull this bottle, and you have to have those bottles. So you can't just make a fake list. Yeah. So it's really important that you have a great grandeur list. And ours is one of the largest in the country, if not in the world, and that's something we're very proud of.
And the wine cellar, I mean, you have so many bottles of wine in the cellar. Is that at the Post Oak Hotel or on site at Mastro's?
It's both. So we have them in the cellar. We have the majority of the wine held at the cellar because it's the wine list is so large. But then we have a assortment of our wines at the restaurants where we can pull those wines anytime, and we can also get more from the hotel as well.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Tessa, you could even go in for dessert and a martini.
I
and
mean,
wine. I'm
come
just saying,
on.
just
Look at this.
putting that out
And
there.
not only that, but you guys have a really impressive whiskey list too. Now, bourbon whiskey. Tell us about that.
So our whiskey list, we have over 450 different whiskeys from all over the world. We stage it with our whiskey bar. So it's a large wall of whiskey where any of our guests can come in. They can get that great selection that they may not be able to find anywhere else. And so what we are trying to do with our guests to be able to cater to any desire that they would want, from the different food options that we have available to all of the different wine selections, and also with the whiskeys as well. So
And
it's really part of the whole experience.
It was such a beautiful, beautiful spot. And I mean, whether you're having a holiday party or again, you want to meet girlfriends or the guys after a day at work, two separate bars, right? And one of the bars is a specific whiskey bar. Is that right?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And that whiskey bar is dedicated to just whiskey, but also does make our other cocktails as well. But that's where we showcase all of our whiskeys that we have from of those 450 different whiskeys.
Okay, that's very impressive. Okay, Sam and Michael, we're gonna put the pause button on this beautiful seafood tower.
Can I just try some of this during the commercial?
You can dig in.
Please do.
And we want
Guys.
to learn some of Chef Michael Colbert's expert skills when we come back. So he's going to show us how to make their delicious lobster mashed potatoes. Plus,
Give me your
you
hand.
will remember, we're going to do some caviar bumps. It is time to announce the winner of that $200 Landry's gift card.
Could it be you? I hope so. I hope it is you. Okay, we're gonna find out when Houston Life returns.
Oh, that caviar is so good.
Keeping.
Welcome back to Houston Life. We are back in the kitchen with Executive Chef of Mastro Steakhouse, Michael Colbert, along with General Manager Samuel Owens. Gentlemen, we're so glad you're here today, especially Tessa, because
I'm so
we're
happy.
always hungry at 1 o'clock. Before we get into this lobster mashed potatoes recipe, you guys have private dining in the restaurant, which I think is so cool because you can accommodate parties of any size, really.
Absolutely. We have 4 different private dining rooms. One of them is our boardroom, which is a little bit more intimate room where you can seat up to 16 guests, and you can do that smaller setting. Then we also have our Mastro's room, which we have a wall that goes into the ceiling, and then you
So
can divide
cool.
it to where you have 2 rooms where it can accommodate up to about 80 guests. And then we have our terrace room, which is probably the highlight of everything, because we have this beautiful water wall outside, and it has the glass windows where you can see that from that vantage point.
That's
It's
so
really
pretty,
nice.
so pretty. So you can throw a party.
Okay, Chef Michael, the lobster mashed potatoes are one of the premier items on your menu, and you're giving me a tutorial. We've already got the butter melting. Where do we go from here?
All right, so we have the butter melting. From here, what I'll do is we have some charred scallions that we do have.
Okay.
I would take those, just put them right in.
Okay.
Let's get the spoon, just mix them up a little bit and get them
Get
And
them all
the-
buttered up.
all buttered up.
Yeah.
And then from there, we're gonna throw the Old Bay spice we have here.
All
It's
of
right inside, about half of it.
Okay. I love Old Bay. Okay.
Perfect. And let's mix it up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the lobster. So what that is, that's a whole 1 1/4 pound lobster.
Wow.
And what we do is we break it down. We cook it in-house and break it down. So you are getting an entire lobster inside of every order of lobster mashed potatoes.
Oh, wow.
That is
Yes, an
awesome.
entire
lot of
order.
lobster.
Yes, it is. So just mix it around, and then once it's ready, we're just gonna take it and just pour it right on top of the mashed potatoes.
Okay, it's not ready yet because I wanted to get real flavorful.
Perfect.
There you go. You gotta put them.
Chef Tessa's in the house.
She's making it happen.
Let me cook. Okay, here we go. And I'm just gonna pour.
Just take it and
Try to do it for TV, which is gonna be a disaster. Okay, let me just do this.
And Chef Michael, so the mashed potatoes then, these are like, what kind of potatoes are you using? And do those already have butter and salt in them?
So
Those
they're-
are good to go.
Yeah, so they're just regular mashed potatoes. You put a lot of heavy cream, butter, roasted elephant garlic, salt, and white pepper. Very simple, but incredible.
Okay, Derek, please. And now they're gonna plate it much nicer than this at Mastro's, but this is the recipe. So
I think
let's-
this looks pretty good.
Thank
for
you.
it.
Thank you.
All right.
Everyone dig in. Oh, this is.
It's better when it's a group project.
Here we
By
go.
the way, I know there are a ton of menu items. Like, don't you have nearly 100 menu items on the menu there? What's the most popular thing?
I would have to honestly say it's the butter cake.
The butter.
butter cake?
Biggest, the number one item we sell has to be the butter cake. Every table gets a butter cake when they come to Mastro's.
And that's it right there. What is it about the butter cake? The fact that it's so buttery? What is?
It's the butter.
The secret ingredient is the butter. I knew it. Let's just eat all these mashed potatoes.
Well, and by the way, okay, so butter cake, I think our viewers at home can see just how beautiful that is. And if you haven't tasted it, you got to go in. Go in just for the butter cake. And maybe get a seafood tower as well. I got to tell you, though, this lobster mashed potatoes, delicious.
It's amazing.
Is this on the menu year-round or just during
Year-round.
holidays?
It's on the menu year-round.
This would be divine on Thanksgiving. Imagine. Could you imagine? Okay.
I could.
I am
Gentlemen,
imagining it right now. Thank you all so much.
thank you so much.
course.
Anything else you want to tell us about Mastro's before you go?
Well, I was just going to highlight right here, we have our seasonal butter cake right now. It's the cinnamon pecan. One we're featuring right now to the end of the year. So
Okay.
I know you had it on the screen a second ago. But
Yeah.
Evan's,
Perfect.
We're going to make a special trip in just to have that seasonal butter cake. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chef Michael Colbert,
for having us.
Samuel Owens. We loved having you. It was delicious. By the way, you can book your reservations online, mastros.com. You can also call 713-993-2500.
And while you're online, don't forget to enter daily for your chance to win a $200 Landry's gift card. This week's winner is...
Oh, that's right. We got to announce our winner.
Cindy D. of Alvin.
Congratulations, Cindy D. of Alvin. A member of our team will reach out to you this afternoon about claiming your prize. And a reminder, every single week, we will be highlighting a different Landry's restaurant and chef. We'll also be giving away more $200 Landry's gift cards.
But you have to be a KPRC2 Insider for your chance to win. Remember, it's free to join and sign up. Insiders can enter this sweepstakes daily through November 21st.
And you can find all the details, including the complete set of rules, on our website, HoustonLife.tv.